traffic just keeps getting worse.
Just one more sign among a welter of signs, beacons, notices, warnings, threats, advice, cautions, remarks, and observations. And when a driver's not reading, he may have time to look where he's going.
So why not rip out all the stop signs and traffic signals?
Streets have always served a number of functions, but two in particular. First is the movement function, and the second is social interaction. The exchange functions, people understanding who the neighbors are, who is around them, the ability to trade, exchange information and goods. This image of Brighton about 1930 illustrates those two functions very well, the movement and the interaction. It was the civic functions of the streets that tended to dominate our public spaces in the cities. It was a place to understand the nature of society. But now what is happening to our streets?
What actually happened is that we took over the whole human network for people by car, without having any knowledge and any notion about the real value of that public space network. Just such a lonely picture, a single driver on a bicycle, and the only knowledge of that there's a shopping center here is paint on the road. That's the only thing that's left. So when you go on only interpreting all those figures, it might be quite useful. I think there were 15,000 cars daily. Well, the car took over, and space is gone, and even the center is gone. And the only way to replace it is with paint on the road. Roads are for cars and lorries, not for pedestrians. How quickly things are changed at the moment that we got cars. That suddenly there was no notion anymore about the fact that it was public space for all of us. The most important space we have in our society. It's simply gone. And we didn't even have any notion about the fact that it was gone.
Shared space is a new form of street design where pedestrians, motorbikes, cyclists and cars all share a more open street space. Project.
Yes, in a way shared space is nothing new. I mean, streets throughout history have been shared for a multiple of purposes. So in a way we're returning to the way streets have always been. And indeed, to this day you go around many cities in the world, particularly France and Italy and Mediterranean towns, you'll find streets which happily share space between vehicles and markets and people. But it is new to the UK because for the last 50 years or more we've assumed that the only way to achieve safety is to segregate traffic from other activities. And of course that's segregated drivers from being part of the day-to-day social protocols that we enjoy in life.
Everybody is cycling on the right side, on the left side, between the cars, between the walking people.
Yeah. You think that's very dangerous?
It's dangerous, yeah.
So I think the pedestrians need to be a little bit more aware of the traffic, but apart from that, no real problems I don't find.
The shared space makes it nice for everybody, it works well, buses are coming up nicely, and it's just good for the area.
So that's cool.
Nice atmosphere. Yeah. Ambience.
I think the shared spaces are a great idea, and as long as everyone is considerate of other users, it's going to be a fantastic place.
Highly successful overseas examples of shared space have shown some quite amazing improvements. Vehicle traffic has been slowed down, pedestrian traffic has been enhanced, vehicle speeds have been reduced and crashes have been minimised. The new road shared space in Brighton showed a 63% increase in pedestrian foot traffic after the scheme was implemented. It also showed a 600% increase in people staying longer in the area. In Kensington High Street in London, all unnecessary, duplicated and redundant street furniture was removed. And after that, there was a 43% decrease in pedestrian accidents. Delivered correctly, shared spaces can be fantastic for urban cities. They can provide an economic competitive point of difference, they can attract in with investment, they enhance pedestrian activity, and they provide a great and wonderful quality of life.
It haunts me, that tantalizing sound follows me around. My poor brain, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Everywhere I go, I hear it again. What a refrain, tia-da-da, tia-da-da, in the air.